Richard, we're here today to talk about Hermès, the French luxury handbag and silk manufacturer. They released some results this week. What have they said?
Okay, their results were pretty strong. In fact, they had previously announced sales last month, which were up 10%, which is already a standout number. And this week they announced that their net income was up 9%, so they fleshed out their figures. But the most interesting thing for me, I think, was that their operating margin came in at 31.5%. Now that is quite a serious outperformance to my mind against, say, Louis Vuitton margin. I think I put of about 19.
Oh wow, that is quite a difference. And luxury seems to be a lot about Asia these days. How are they doing in Asia? It's still a key.
It certainly is. I mean, this is a French company that made its name out of making horse saddles, and it's a saddlery and leather goods business. And so handbags are a good extension of that, and everyone in China loves a decent handbag, it seems. And that has been good for the likes of Prada, and it's been good for just about anyone. But Hermès is quite a different animal in the sense that it probably makes, well, it's its biggest sales region, but it probably makes more money out of its handbags, I suggest, than others by keeping real perceived exclusivity high. So it's not a heavily logo-driven thing. It's not like your Dolce & Gabbana or Chanel or Christian Dior or something like that. It's a much more discreet brand. I think that could be giving it an edge.
And so that probably is helping them out with this sort of push in China for
it certainly is, because don't forget that in China the government has been clamping down on, for example, conspicuous gift giving, and particularly between officials, and generally clamping down on corruption. So what's happened here is that, as with many others, in fact, watch sales have fallen away in Hermès's case. They've dropped quite a significant percentage, less so at a watch-only or a watch-mainly luxury goods company such as Richemont, which are only down 2%, I think it is. But the real difference here seems to be that if you've got a great big watch on your wrist, then it's likely a look-at-me thing. And this is, again, going back to what I said earlier, that Hermès is a slightly more discreet, understated kind of luxury. And we've heard also that one or two of their shops are perhaps constraining or limiting allocations of handbags, and that probably also drives up exclusivity and keeps prices high. Others have tended to introduce cheaper ranges or have actually lowered prices, probably more on the euro there than anything else.
Okay, so they're definitely protecting their markets in China. And how's their valuation? Are they? Valuation
is, again, quite punchy. They're trading on 28 times next year's earnings, which is right up there with turnaround Prada. But I think, again, it just crystallizes this feeling that, and that probably compares with a Louis Vuitton of around, I don't know, 20 times or something like that. It just crystallizes this idea that you actually pay a little bit extra for exclusivity.
All the way around from bags to shares. Anyway, thanks very much.